Nityananda Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita 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 Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda. If anybody wants to come on, you can, including Radhe. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, you can just relax there, Lalita. Don't worry about it, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Oh Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Oh Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Nityananda. Haridas, Haridas, Haridas. Rupa Sanatan, Rupa Sanatan. Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath. Rupa Raghunath, Haridas, Haridas. Rupa Raghunath, Haridas, Haridas. Haridas, 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 Haridas. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, ah. Hey, Shamaguri, welcome. Ah, why don't you come on, say hi? Say hi to all the devotees. Everybody should come on, except Lolita. She can lay. She comes on enough. She can relax. Come on and say hi to all the devotees. That'll be fun, huh? Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Give everybody a wave. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's get Cole and Amy up here. Hey, Amy, come on. Just give everybody a wave. You too, Cole. Come up here and give everybody a wave. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Sri. Oh, there she is. She's gonna say hi to everybody. Give everybody a wave there. Yeah, Shamaguri, beautiful Shamaguri. Give everybody a wave, all your devotees.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev, Haribol. Haribol, everybody out there.
There we go. All right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Beautiful Shamakori. You stay here forever. Don't ever go anywhere else. Hare, you won't be disappointed. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Woo! Oh, getting crazier and crazier all the time, man. I love it, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ah, yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Mm. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna's love is so perfect. The perfect purifying agent. It is awesome. It is wonderful. Let's see, where did we leave off today? Here we're at Mahaprabhu, Bhajikanda, chapter 6. Mahaprabhu summons Advaitacharya. All glories to Gaura Chandra, the life and soul of the universe. The Lord said he his name would be his name is Vishwambara, the maintainer universe. His name would be actualized if he could fill the universe with love of God. You see how important love of God is? A lot of people, you know what they think? They think it's just Krishna's important. Krishna, 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 right? No, love of Krishna. That is the greatest gift of Lord Krishna. You know, the greatest gift of Lord Krishna is himself. And his greatest gift is this love. And this love is his greatest protected, most protected potency, this pure love for himself. See? That's in the form they call Radharani, Radha. See, she's the personification of pure devotion. See, that's our target, man. Prema, man. Because if you get prema, you remember you say Krishna is automatically attracted to Radha. So if we get devotion, automatically you get Krishna. Pretty simple, huh? Simple facts of life. So why don't people emphasize that more? See, it's a big secret. Yeah, big secret. This love of Krishna and Radha's mercy. Okay? Anyway, that's what we're here to make very clear. It's all about love of Krishna, and that's the gift that comes from those devotees who have love of Krishna. Nobody else can give it. Isn't that amazing? Samaguri, we have uh, a monopoly on the market here. Unless anybody has love of Krishna, we're the only ones who can do it. If they have love of Krishna, they also have monopoly. It's pretty good, huh? This is the monopoly game. Who we got? Oh, look who we got here. Janaki came to give everybody a wave. Beautiful Janaki. Oh, look at Janaki. You're so gorgeous. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her. Pinch her cheek there, Shamaguri. Pinch her cheek. Yeah. Uh, yes. What do we have here? Yes. Yes. All right, man. All right. So let's see. What do we got here? Yes. All glories to the all auspicious Vishvambara, the supreme benefactor of the universe. It is amazing. Today I was listening to this psychologist. I wanted to learn about codependency, narcissism, and bipolar. So I listened to this. She looks like she's from Indian descent, and she spoke very well about all these things. And I was thinking, most of us have these problems, codependency, bipolar, all of that stuff. And I was wondering, like, you can go two ways on this. You could either surrender to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and get love of God and have it all covered over, and smoothed out and worked out and everything, or you can go to these psychologists and work your butt off to try to become cured, which would never usually happens. It'll last usually your whole life, and you spend a bunch of money, or you can come to the grace of Lord Chaitanya, the supreme benefactor. He's a supreme doctor. Ask Janaki. Who's your doctor, Janaki? She's frozen in time. She would say, Lord Chaitanya is her doctor. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Wouldn't you like to have a benefactor in this world? And the supreme one is Lord Chaitanya. He's the greatest benefactor. All glories to the all auspicious Vishvambara, the supreme benefactor of the universe. Okay? From Lord Chaitanya came love of God. It was propagated in mass because he just went out and he just knocked on doors. He just gave it to anyone and everyone. He had to do it, and his associates also. They had the power to distribute it because they had the realization, they had the revelation, they had the experience of this love of Krishna. They could show you what it looked like. Isn't that amazing, Shamaguri? That the devotees here could show you what love of Krishna looks like? That's awesome. Where do you see stuff like that? It's miraculous. Yeah. It kicked you off. Well, you can keep coming on. Maybe it'll stick sometime. Yeah. All glories to the life and soul of Paramananda Puri. See, this love of Krishna, ask yourself, what is your life? What motivates you in the morning? What motivates you? See, if you say, well, I'm really motivated, I like to come to Sadhu Sangha, see, because I feel really good. And then, and that increases more and more. You get purified, you feel like really liberated, and then increases more and more. And then actually, your heart starts to. Do you ever feel that, Shamaguri? Your heart starts to wake up, and this devotion awakens in your heart. See, now, that's the. Then you realize, oh, my life and soul is this love, this special love for the Lord. We got a surprise guest. Look at, Amy is here. Oh, I had a dream about you the other night. Yeah.
Uh, you did? Wow.
I wake up Janaki 2:30 every morning. Isn't that amazing? She also gets up early too. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. So give us a word, Amy. Give us a word. Say hi to your fans out there.
Hi, everyone. I'm on my phone, so I'm like holding my phone right now. Can you hear me? Am I coming through all
Yeah,
right?
we hear. Oh, well, loud and clear, loud and clear. What
Good.
kind of message? What message do you have for us today?
Oh, I think my best message would to be to everyone just to continue to always like to come and listen to you and keep in the association, which for me is like that's so important, is to keep in the vibe and in the association. And when you do that, like it really does increase so much. Like just being like consciously a part of this, with your heart, your mind, and really, with that level of faith and devotion does so much. And if you find yourself slipping off a little bit, like maybe you're doing whatever you're doing, or with your mundane activities, you might find yourself getting lost into. I think a lot of us will notice the difference. Like we'll notice the difference in our level of bhakti, and just um, I don't know, just the effects of what this preaching can do to you. And I think that it's so important to just keep with it, keep involved. The more involvement really does everything.
Ah. Looks like it works for you. It's good advice.
Yeah, it does work for me, and it works in the sense where, like, if I do find that I haven't been as involved, I see this extreme difference. Like, I see this difference in everything in my life, like, um, going in the direction that I don't really want it to go into. Like into a more negative mind space. And then the more I'm involved, the more that I can keep in that like level of remembrance, and just that mindset and that consciousness, which is really important to me, is to keep myself like steady, with steady just steady association, I guess, is really the only way I can put it.
Ah. Do you have any devotional symptoms starting to happen much, or any kind of awakenings?
I'm sorry, one more I'm sorry, someone always.
Yeah. Do you have any spiritual experiences happening for you? Any devotional feelings and stuff awakening?
Yeah, I mean, all the time. um yeah, I definitely do. I get, I feel a lot of the symptoms we talk about. Like I cry a lot, but it's not in this, lamenting way. Like sometimes I know you used that word this morning, lamenting, which to me is more representing like, feeling sorry for yourself or kind of being upset at your situation. So I cry more like in this way of just being moved, being really like moved in a way that almost like my body doesn't understand how to like completely respond to it. So
Oh,
I cry, and I feel like such an intensity of connection. I wish I had better words, but just this like feeling of real connection with pretty much everything, like everything that's going on, even everything around me, even these mundane things, you can feel like a real connection with, and everything will just start lifting, like almost just lifting, like in this really it's really hard to explain, I guess, but I feel those are the experiences that I feel. But the more involvement you have is where you'll see more of the results. Like you always say that, keeping with the
mhm.
association, and keeping, in that mindset really just keeps it going, you know.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you got any laughing symptoms happen yet?
Well, yeah, I do. I mean, especially like when I'm listening to your preaching or listening to a lot of other devotees' lives, I really will feel those symptoms. Like I feel like I'm right there with everybody's vibe, And when I'm by myself, yeah, when I'm by myself, sure, it depends on, the way what I'm doing, and how I'm thinking of it. When I'm able to conceptualize things on a larger scale, then I can laugh and really see like why this, this whole situation in a way is in a way humorous, because we take life so seriously, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
think everything's so permanent, like if we're in a bad mood, or a bad thing happens, you're thinking, oh my God, this is so real and this is so everything. But when you can get into this transcendental vibration, you're able to take yourself outside of the situation, and you see what's like sort of the bigger picture. Like that this is just an experience and a ride. We're really just experiencing like the dream, Krishna's dream. Like we are part of Krishna's dream, and we are experiencing it for him, in a way, for his pleasure. And when you can look at it like that, then it changes everything.
Mm.
Mm.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how that came out sounding, but
Came out great.
thanks.
What are the difficult times you experience? What kind of, do you ever have a tough time, or is it always up and up?
No, I have tough times because like if I become too fixated on like I guess I'll call it like my material life, or like what's going on materially, like the more I'm fixated on that and the more my focus is on that, the worse I feel, basically, because I start forgetting, like, basically, like, my constitutional position. Like, I forget, like, who I am. I become really absorbed in, like, the body, basically the way I feel, like my emotions, my physical sensations. Like, I start focusing on these things. All of that becomes so real to me. And it's so important to be able to take yourself outside of yourself in a way, which I'm seeing as like being transcendental, which is what I experience with you guys. And then everything becomes so much lighter, and like it lifts that veil, or lifts that heaviness. So
Mm.
the more I'm involved with this and with you guys, and the more I throw myself into it, the better I feel.
Yeah.
The better everything is, the better my experience becomes, because
Yeah.
I realize, like, because a lot of the time I'm sitting here like, what is life for? Why am I here? Why am I suffering like this? What am I doing? This seems like
Yeah.
bullshit. Like, I don't want to do this. So then when I
Mhm.
can remember, oh, wait a minute, I'm experiencing, like, I am Krishna's experience. We all are. And together
Uh,
we can really amplify that type of experience. Sort of just like the way you're thinking of it, right? I mean, the way you
yeah.
look at it. And the way I love the way you look at things. Like, if I'm going to listen to anybody, I'm going to listen to you, because when you talk and you say things, I'm like, yeah, right on. Yes, that's it. I'm 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 really lifted. I'm uplifted, which is the
Uh,
real word. I'm uplifted. Yeah.
yeah.
And not
That
just,
reminds. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was
I
going to
just,
say that reminds. Oh, go ahead. Go
yeah.
ahead. No, no. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. Oh no. What happened?
You're frozen.
I know.
Here,
It's really darn. Oh,
yeah,
wait, I'm
there
back.
you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Okay,
Hold on. You
go
ready?
ahead.
I think my mic died. I don't want my phone to die. That might be the problem. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just going to say that reminds me of like Srimad Bhagavatam, that verse in first chapter, second chapter, first canto, 18th verse, I think 18th. Um, by, re- uh, by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam, by service to the devotee, the pure devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart, see, is diminished. See, and then
Yeah,
this love awakens. So that's sadhu sangha, because we talk about truth here, and it diminishes all that stuff, and you just feel lifted. Oh, even the speaker, even I do, just lift me out of this whole,
like the formula is really Guru Sadhu Sastra. I think about that all
yeah,
the time. That's like a science. Like, it's like science to me. When you have the formula, it's like mathematics. You have Guru
mhm,
Sadhu Sastra. If you want to really break that down for yourself, and you say, well, what do these three things mean? And then you put them together. It's very simple addition, and that's what creates this uplifting, and being able to be in this transcendental vibration is
yeah,
guru, this faith in guru, number one, like, and not losing that faith, and seeing you as seeing your guru as a living representation. There's so much in that, the guru tattva. And then obviously sastra, the book is revealing to us, like, the information, but we can't always understand it without somebody who has the eyes to see it. And then obviously sadhu, because together with this association, we keep ourselves in that vibration, like,
yeah,
together. Otherwise you lose it. You start drifting like like
yeah,
a piece of garbage in the ocean. You just start drifting away,
yeah,
and you got to
yeah,
on the
yeah,
boat. Keep on the boat. Yeah, don't drift with the tide. You know.
yeah. Yeah, people don't know how small they, see, we're so small, uh, like these little atoms, and we're floating in this universe of Maya illusions all over. We're floating. So this sadhu sangha is so powerful. I mean, I hear the reports over and over again. They say, "Wow, you every day you're doing this really helps," because it helps everybody, myself included. We just stay in this fire. Otherwise, you start to drift into the Maya is just all over the place. We're just, it's like we create this bubble,
Yeah,
transcendental bubble, and so this is pretty uncommon. You don't see that much. I don't see a lot of people that attracted to the glories of the Lord, and
no,
that's what people get here. And then then you want to even do it on your own. You want to stay on your own and do it. Like, so that's why people are giving classes and stuff.
I
Because
know.
they yeah, you get into it.
And they're so wonderful. They give such wonderful classes. Like I feel like
Yeah,
there's so many great speakers in this group, like people who are able to do this wonderful speaking and about the best subject matter, so it's like really attractive. The
yeah,
topmost attractive.
yeah. What do you have to say, Govinda? Yeah, want to say anything to Amy?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I'm absolutely bowled over listening to you. Me and Tom are just like how clear. And I was just saying to Tom, I've listened to the temple presidents and these gurus turn up and give their talk in the ISKCONs. You've got it. You've got it. And these persons often who've been in the religious institutions for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, they think they've got it, but when you listen to them, they ain't got it. And it's so clear, so simple the way you're understanding
Well,
and
we're
showing
so
the
lucky
path.
because
Go ahead.
our guru explains this to us so clearly. I would never. The only reason I know any of this is because he said this. I listen to him all the time, and I mean it's so clear. And then of course the repetition of hearing it all the time, anything will get more into your brain. So I mean, honestly, I feel like
Are you
you've made
saying I
it
repeat
so.
myself? Are you saying that? Don't tell
But it's good.
Karuna.
Is
I
that
need
actually
that.
listening?
Repetition is part of the science. Actually, that's part of
Yeah,
science. Is that repetition?
You
It has
tell
to
him.
that's
happen.
right.
Yeah, we have a human brain, and our human brain needs that repetition to get it, to really get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This is called one stream media.
the one-way track, one track.
Wow.
One stream
Yes.
media. This gets you out of the media of the Maya's media out there.
Yeah,
The
yeah, and we all know where that leads you. To a one-way road to hell.
Yeah.
it's amazing. We're actually in that time. This is. I mean, it's hard to. I'm still like, is it really true? We're really at that kind of time, that was prophesized in the Bible and the Bhagavatam, but we are.
Yeah,
They're
We
doing
are.
it, man.
you can see it. It's everywhere. You can just see it everywhere. So
Yeah, yeah. Look, yeah. So it's really. I mean, I see how it's like. I see how it's play. I see this kind of like kind of overview of the what's going on. I say, I can't believe that people don't see what's going on. It's like you don't see that why there's an energy crisis. Don't you see why there's a war in Ukraine? Don't you see why there was these the coronavirus? Don't you see why there's the shots? Don't you see why how it's all connected to this dastardly plan and
it would
Trump,
scare the crap
Biden.
out. It would scare the crap out of people to really know, though. I think that, like, I see a lot of people are
Yeah,
like, la la la, I don't want to know. Like, please don't, they want to
yeah,
live in their little facade. And then you tell people truth, they're upset at you. They're angry. Like, stop being so negative or stop, I'm not being negative. I'm trying to tell you
yeah,
what's real. This is reality.
yeah,
But there's this other side, there's God and there's all this other stuff. But the people are just a little
yeah,
bit, they're just
yeah.
closed off.
Yeah, they need to see that's the problem. See, the fear, you need something to replace that. You need this connection with God and love of God. And otherwise the fear is there and they're used to that. And the fear they're controlled and manipulated and brainwashed. Yeah, so you know, that's
What?
I
And they,
why
What?
yeah, go
and they
ahead.
What?
throw themselves, sorry, I'm
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're in tune, man. We are
We,
in tune.
what?
I feel like
I
they
see.
don't.
a double awakening. Oh my gosh!
Try again. Whoever, let's see who wins.
Oh, I'm
I'll
going
win.
to be chivalrous. Go ahead.
No, like the people, they'll throw themselves into anything that like distracts them from from the actual truth of the actual reality. Like if they don't want to know, like they'll throw themselves into any kind of pleasure zone or anything. Maybe it's golf. I don't know what people do. They have something. It's like they throw themselves into anything they can, and then they're like, "This is happiness." Do you see? Like I can be happy. I love to play golf or whatever, whatever it might be that
Yeah,
people get into.
yeah,
And then, but
yeah,
that's so, they don't want to. They don't want to admit that they're suffering. Like they actually don't want to see that. I know Prabhupada said that in a lot of the writings. Like they don't
mm,
want to like see the suffering. They want to actually convince
yeah,
themselves like, oh no, life is wonderful and I'm happy and look, like I'm not a depressed person. Like I can be happy. Do you
yeah,
ever
yeah,
notice?
yeah. Well, that's what's now is changing because now people are almost like forced suffering is coming now. It just
Mhm.
that's when there's a turning point when people start to get this chance to get out. Otherwise, if there's no suffering, they think, oh, life is just to have a good time in this world, and
Yeah.
they don't look, they just stay in this maya for this life and the next life. So this you can see how it's part of God's plan. It's that's the beauty of the Bhagavatam and the scriptures is it shows periodically there's these times when the Lord does come and save us from his Maya. Otherwise, either we're having a good time or a bad time or a little bit of both. And we just do that again and again and again and again, life after life after life. Having a good time or a bad. So there has to be some kind of you got to force the situation where it gets really bad, so that people start turning their attention. And it's
Push
always
comes
been
to
like that.
shove.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of comforting actually to see that wow, this is part of God's plan. You know,
I
and
think that's really comforting.
yeah, I mean, otherwise, a lot of Christians they don't see it that deeply. They think, oh, we got to fight this, and
Mhm.
oh, okay, fight it, fight. These demons have been planning this for God knows how centuries or maybe 1,000 years, and they're very methodical and very organized. And the people that want to fight this are so unorganized. They can't get together. You get anybody, ask them I trying to get these groups together, and everybody's all over the place. They
And
can't-
they're not that intelligent either. Like they don't have the level of intelligence. Like that's something I love about you is you have you're extremely intelligent. Like you're able to like see things, put them all together, like very practically and very simply. Like where
Yeah,
a lot of people literally I think the intelligence levels isn't always there with a lot of
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I have help. I have a helper.
Yeah,
I
that's
just here bring forth his intelligence, and all of
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. That's the secret, man. Bring God's intelligence here into the big. I mean, it's all in here. It's all in there. This is His intelligence here.
Yeah.
And if you have the bhakti, then He shows you, and then you just preach it to the world and liberate people. Whoever listens, they get lifted up, and that's what it's all about. Is the sadhu sangha be lifted out of this, man? We need to be lifted out of it. Yeah,
How else can you get lifted out of it? There would be no other way, Can't do that.
yeah.
I don't see another way.
No, you have to be saved. You have to the saving. The Lord has to empower somebody to not only one. Like now, it's not just empower one person or something like a Jesus. So He's going to empower so many because of the mercy of Lord Caitanya spreads. Well, he empowered Jesus, and then Jesus started to empower more people, the living ones first, the 11, and then they empowered more. And it's supposed to spread. But then, there's things that happen after 2,000 years. And the same thing with the Vaishnava line. It's meant to be an empowered, saving thing where people that were around when Madhavinda Puri were, they got empowered. Not everybody. See, a lot of people didn't get purified enough, and they had like more lifetimes they had to do. Just just how it is. But a significant amount became empowered with this real bhakti and the clear truth, and they shared it with disciples and well wishers. And then Lord Chaitanya came and really popularized it, man. Because when he got this, and he's the Lord, he just went and he had so many attracted followers to help him. Just like here, we're all getting this bhakti, and we're helping the Lord's mission. And it's an empowered help. See, you have to be empowered to do these classes like this. You have to be empowered to speak up about this. You have to be empowered to declare any of this, because the Maya immediately wants to shut it down. Because that's what Maya does, is to keep hidden this bhakti. That's her job. See? So you have to be empowered. You have to have the Lord's order and blessings and the Vaishnavas and everything to uncover what Maya is always covering up. That's her thing to do, is cover up the truth. Because if people get the truth, you're going to be set free. And so there has to be people, usually here because they don't want to see the truth right now. Yeah. So the first fruits come, they want to see that, you get, and then you start convincing the other people, they say, wow, this looks better than name and fame. Whoa. I thought it was about being a big guru with a bunch of followers, but look, they're more happy than I am. See, that's what they got to see. Wow, look at this. They're more intelligent than me, and I spent all that time in school to get a big degree so I can preach to intelligent persons. Look at this guy. Look at these people. They're preaching to intelligent people without the degrees. Just the degree of devotion is more than I got, and look, they can preach to more intelligent people than me. Yeah. See, so they have to see the example. Like one person, Sim, was saying yesterday. He said, actually, if this is really real, it should sell itself. Sell itself? Well, how can you sell anything unless it's demonstrated? You won't even know what it is. How would you know what bhakti is if it's not demonstrated? It's like, oh yeah, this Kirby vacuum will sell itself. You don't even know how to operate it if the person doesn't demonstrate it, right? They got to bring it in and show you how. Yeah, and so this is how we sell this. You have to see a devotee that has this product, love of God, man, just like many of us do here. See, hey man, this is product, man, love of God. And everybody saying, no, Sahaja, that's not the product that is important. No, rules, regulations, ceremonies. Prabhupada said this and Prabhupada said this. And we say, well, no, this is a great product, love of God. Let me show you. Tears come down, laughing like a mad person, drunk on the ecstasy. And you got to show people that you're more happy than anybody in the world, and then you glorify it. You got to give the word, man. You got to say, well, hey, man, this is the value of it, man. I feel good every day. I get intoxicated on this ecstasy. It lifts my spirits. Like Amy said, I feel lifted every day off my bullshit. The Maya is always bringing you down, depressed and all that. This lifts you up out of it. Boy, this is a great thing to do. See? So preaching is one demonstration. Go ahead there, Govinda.
Just listening, I feel stoned. Sometimes it really comes upon you. I just feel stoned listening. The word. That's what the word does. The word gets you stoned.
Yeah.
Stony word.
Yeah. In other words, it awakens attachment. It awakens ecstasy. That's Radha. That's devotion. The devotional potency. Yeah. No, that's the thing, and then you can inspire people. You can be, a lot of people, they have to do so much work to be a good speaker. They have to go and study stuff and go to Toastmasters, spend all that money to speak, and then you can only speak mundane vibration and word. Here, you get the potency and you become a speaker. People, even though you may go, like not perfect speech, but man, people say, oh, I really feel inspired. Listen to this guy. He's going, just kind of, and it's stumbling over the words, I don't know, man. I just feel happy, man.
Like I just shared with Tommy about Johan. He writes things
Tom,
in English.
Nice to meet you.
Johan, we were just sharing about Johan, and the importance of keeping it as it is, you know, like Prabhupada's words as it is. And even Johan, even though his English is so piss poor, you know, it's not for me to change it because it's the essence of what he's explaining is in there. You know, it's Johan's mood and vibration. So
Yeah, the essence is there. You know, because of love of Krishna, he knows the essence. See the verses. He picks the perfect verses. He picks the verses that persons that have love of Krishna have. See, because he's got love of Krishna. See, it's fantastic. It reveals how important treasures these are. You know.
absolutely.
Oh, Amy, you're so cute.
Hey me, hey
Is she
me,
beautiful? Hey,
hey me,
everybody, look at our Amy.
hey
She's
me,
so beautiful, man.
hey me.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. You're
And
such
yeah,
sweethearts, really.
yeah.
Thanks.
Don't go anywhere. Just stay here. We want to look at you.
Okay.
Fanny
Big
says,
Steve.
Amy Rose, such an amazing devotee. Thank you so much. Yes. Hey, Fanny, you come up here too. We want to get Fanny. Fanny, everybody. Fanny, 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 Fanny. Come up and give everybody a wave. Show everybody who you are, if you want, if you can. Yeah.
If I can do it, you can too.
Yes. So read us some verses, Amy.
Oh, okay.
Anything
All
you
right.
want.
All right. Let me get my book. All right,
Get
hold
your
on one
book.
second.
Get your
Okay, hold
book.
on one second. Okay. What did we read?
Tom seems
My-
pretty great. You know, he's a very serious guy.
I always have 10th canto out because so let's just see what we have here.
Yes. See what you can muster up there.
You know, what can I muster up? Oh gosh, you put me on the spot. This is why I want to go.
Hey me, hey me, hey me.
See, we just put our foot in a door and then we open it wide. Just come and say hello. That's all you got to do. Just say hi.
Okay, so I just opened up and this is what I'm reading. And I don't know why,
Okay.
just really quickly, I felt like maybe it could relate to. All right.
Yeah. So
When,
speak to you.
well, yeah, exactly. Okay, so translation. She has dedicated herself exclusively to me, and her beauty is flawless. I will bring her here after thrashing those worthless kings in battle, just as one brings a blazing flame out of firewood. And then the purport says, when latent fire is aroused in wood, the fire bursts forth, consuming the wood in the act of manifestation. Similarly, Lord Krishna boldly predicted that Rukamini would come forth to take his hand, and that in the process, the wicked kings would be burned by the fire of Krishna's determination.
Wow, that's so great. Give us
It's
a give a. What does it mean to you? What is a purport? Give us a purport.
Hey me, hey me.
well, to me, just from reading that so quickly, it really just kind of relates a lot to like how I've been feeling. Like, um, when I come into the association, like with you, like taking your hand or taking the hand of the association, um, you know, this illusion gets burned away. You know, these wicked kings, like the battle of this Maya, and it really does literally burn away. It dissolves, like Tom would say, into the background. You know, the lesser important things dissolve into the background, and you know, you see, you know, um, your devotion and love of for the Lord and for this association to be here and in this vibration, in you know that vibration, it is really what we desire. That is our like that inner desire, the void we're all trying to fill. That's what it is.
Hmm.
So you know, like and this association with you and with the devotees, that is what
Hmm.
burns up that contamination and burns up the Maya. So that's why
Hmm.
it really is so important. Just stay in it. Keep holding that hand. Hold on to
Hmm.
the doty of a devotee. You know, and even you said like worship the devotee of a devotee. You know, you worship you even go right down the line like that. You worship the intimate loving devotees of the Lord, those intimate
Mm,
people inside that circle. There's
mm,
all these people out there, but if we want to be closest to the Lord, we want to be close to the people who are close to Him.
yeah. Yeah, it's devotion that is important to the Lord because it's pure. Eh, Why worship things that are not pure? That's why even the mode of goodness is not worshipable. It is to people that don't know any better. It lifts them to that mode by their worship and their attention and by their service to the mode of goodness. But if you want deliverance, man, you got to worship Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Bhaktas, Shuddha Bhakti, intimate associates who manifest this love of Krishna, no matter what their position is. If you can see their symptoms of love of Krishna in them, that's worshipable. And Lord Chaitanya taught that. He said, if a person chants one name of one holy name of Krishna, they are worshipable. But people don't know what that means. See, one holy name, not just one name Krishna, one whole name. See, there has to have the devotion there, because that means Krishna manifested that 1 second there. And you'll see, and if that person stays in sadhu sangha, that'll grow. That fire will get hotter and hotter. Stoke it, with this wood put in there. This is the only fuel for it. Is this kind of sadhu sangha is makes it hot fire. Yeah. Read that verse
Exactly.
again. Oh, go ahead.
We're like the kindling for the fire. Or
Yeah,
all of this is
yeah,
the. Otherwise, the fire is just gonna. It's very Okay, you want
yeah.
me to read it again? Okay, well, this is the translation. She has dedicated herself exclusively to me, and her beauty is flawless. I will
See,
bring
and
her.
actually, see, that's basically the spiritual potency is like that. It's dedicated to the Lord. It has no other dedication than that. And when it manifests in a person, see this potency, you realize, oh, the Lord is the object of this bhakti. There's no other object for that love, other than the transcendental form of God. See, that's why Hari chanting the Hare Krishna mantra or Lord Chaitanya's names or whatever name awakens that love in you for God. So that's what he's talking about. It's dedicated only to the Lord. It has no other object other than that. That's why Radha is the supreme goddess, because she is so chaste and fixed on her object of devotion. See, it's the only thing that inspires that. That's why, so the devotees, very, very important to teach us. They reflect that to us. They say, "Oh, devotion to Krishna. I never saw that before. I didn't know that was. Did you know this was important before you met the devotees?"
No, and this level of fixation, like this dedication, I mean, maybe you could use the word obsession. It could be a word someone might use, but that level of that was so intriguing to me. I have to say, just the consistency, and I was so attracted, so I couldn't also get away from it. Resist. But I was so interested in this level of devotion, dedication, and consistent obsession with this. I thought that was,
That's a
I'm like,
gopi thing.
that was intriguing at first. Then I quickly realized why. Why do they have this complete? It became very obvious to me and a lot of other people who come along. But
Yeah,
that
yeah,
fixation is really, that attention is, it's everything.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
well, isn't that what Krishna consciousness is literally being defined as? Being conscious of Krishna, always remembering, always having Krishna in your conscious thinking, so if everything you're doing, it's dovetail it with Krishna because it is Krishna anyway. I mean, that's God is everything. So, I think that's what really the big thing is just to constantly stay steadfast in that remembrance, and um, that
Well,
vibration.
if you have devotion awakening, it helps because it's just natural to think of Krishna because it awakens this bond. See, so that's the thing that gives the inspiration to continue because it's so great. This love of God, this love of Krishna, love for the name. Yeah, it's the greatest thing around, man. It makes the
And
world go
also,
around.
yeah, and then having this like devotion to your guru, who's the one telling you about it, is so important because it's hard to, like, we had said this in the beginning when I had first joined, like it's hard to understand how to like love God or have devotion to God when you don't really, like it's not something you physically see or am physically hearing, and you know what I mean, like, so
Yeah.
having this complete devotion to your guru,
Hmm.
it's like that's the step to like to have your brain yourself understand like that level of devotion, because when you see your guru is the living representation, so he's pretty much like Krishna to you, you know what I mean, like that level of
Yeah.
devotion. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say, I think, but
Well, it's
I,
it's such a see Krishna. The complete potency is Sat Chidananda. That's the supreme Lord. And so the devotees are manifest Satchitananda in this world. Otherwise, you don't know what. That's the whole problem. Nobody knows what it is, even in the Narayan Raj group. I mean, they're supposed to be Radhe Radhe and purebhakti.com and everything, but nobody knows what is the Satchitananda. If they did, they would manifest it, and or they would even come here, or they would say, "Oh wow, Satchitananda's on this plan. That's a rare thing," but they don't, because nobody knows. Even they could say they know and everything, but even their guru was known as a no-show. He said, "I'm not going to show this. I'm not here. It's too confidential, so I'll just sit there on the thing." So nobody knows what it looks like, whether he had it or not. I pretty As I say, I look at the revelations, and I wasn't impressed. When you have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, it's extraordinary. I should see that Prabhupada had the mercy of Lord Chaitanya in his books, even though he didn't show extensively these things. But you could see in his writings. That's why we use his writings. They're beautiful and they're deep, and they reflect the revelation of a person who loves God. That special mercy that Lord Chaitanya gave. Yeah, and that's why you see, I got the order to kind of fluff this out to make it really, like you could tangible in the world. Whether people like you can, man, you guys can go. You can complain and yell, jump up and down, but this is going to be. I mean, we're doing it, man. No time to waste. Just go jump up and down and get purified. Whatever you want. Call Amy Sahaja. Amy, you're a Sahaja. Shamaguri, you're a Sahaja.
sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah, yeah. See, Lalita knows being consecrated is being in ecstasy. Yeah. Matter of fact, it makes Krishna conscious of you. He doesn't even know. I mean, what do you think Jesus said? It's the same idea. He said only the Father recognizes the Son, and only the Son recognizes the Father. See, recognize you don't understand who the Father is unless you're a devotee. And he doesn't look at anybody that's not a devotee. Therefore, you better find a guru, because he's not looking at you, at the people here in mundane consciousness. He has another form that's just aware, super soul, doesn't do much. See? So he's just sitting there watching, keeping your heart beating, hoping that you'll meet a devotee someday who'll teach you right, or that you'll listen to. Go ahead there, gorgeous. Continue on.
Okay. So the purport then says, when latent fire is aroused, did I read this already? No. When latent fire is aroused in wood, the fire bursts forth, consuming the wood in the act of manifestation. Similarly, Lord Krishna boldly predicted that
See,
Rukamini would come
before you go
forth.
ahead, see, the latent fire is this bhakti. It consumes the wood. The wood are all these problems we got, all this miseries and anartas, and so that's why this is the quicker path, because this fire is awakened, this fire of devotion, and it burns up all the wood, all the material ignorance and all that stuff, just from that awakening. It's the most powerful path, and that's only in this kind of sadhu sangha can it be taught and communicated and shown. Otherwise, people don't know this is the powerful path, is to awaken bhakti. They think, no, it's about we're going to purify ourselves from our dry chanting and following rules and regulations. That's why the Vaishnavas, who are on the level, the rare ones that are on the level of love of God, they don't have to follow the rules and regulations strictly. They follow the rule of hearing, chanting, remembering. You got to follow that rule. You got to do that. And then their purification doesn't come from no, 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 no. It comes from ecstasy, ecstasy, ecstasy. It burn, and even if there's some indiscrepancies, because we have, whether you follow rules or not, you still may have some habits in this world, and you may still have some attraction in the world, and the devotees are a little bit better. They can live this stuff out better, and the others got to be no, 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 and strictly repressing themselves. And eventually they're going to have to deal with that. It's there. It's still there. They're repressing. Oh, I do. I don't. Yeah, I desire sex, but I don't want to have it because Prabhupada said don't have sex and be a brahmachari. You know how many devotees like that go a little cuckoo?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't. It's very hard to suppress. That's why it's hard to be delivered in religion. Very rare. You got to get this awakening of devotion, and then you can be a little normal, and live things out, and gradually let it go if it needs to be let go. And just by the fact, if you make it to the level of attraction to Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam says, if you evince the symptoms of ecstasy, crying and tears in the eyes, choking of the voice, hair standing on, love for Guru, love for Krishna, love for the Vaishnavas, love for Harikatha, you ain't coming back to this world like that. You go to the pastimes where the Lord is. The Bhagavatam gives you that assurance. And so you not have to wait to be called qualified. If you get everything out, see, they teach the opposite in the world because they're not empowered to distribute Lord Chaitanya's mercy, where love of God easily awakens without a lot of troubles. That's what I'm here to. I'm going to pound this into the Vaishnava. I'm going to pound this into the ISKCON devotees. I'm going to pound this in, especially the Narayan Raj devotees, till they get it. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here, right, Amy?
Yeah,
Chamagori?
right here, right.
Grave Tom? Yeah, mercy is here. You know, and otherwise it's very hard to do all these other ways and other things they're preaching. It's here like it was 550 years ago. That's why you got the order of Prabhupada, got the blessings of Krishna. What else do we need? Got the blessings of the Vaishnavas here. They got the witness of the Vaishnavas, like Amy standing up saying, "Yeah, it works here. I really get freedom, man. This is cool. This is super califragilisticexpialidocious." Go ahead, Amy. Read on there. Read another favorite verse of yours.
Okay, sorry. I gotta go in a minute though, unfortunately. Ugh. Just like the Maya, every time you're in this really hardcore into devotion, just wants to pull you right out, right? All right. Should I be? Yeah, let's start. So he said, similarly, Lord Krishna boldly predicted that Rukmini would come forth to take his hand, and that in the process, the wicked kings would be burned by the fire of Krishna's determination.
Yeah, you see, the
That
wicked
was
king. See, this is all. What do you call not similes, metaphors too.
yeah.
Yeah. See, metaphors, see, Rukmini will come forth. That's devotion comes forth on its object, Krishna. See, and all the kings are the putanas, kings and queens of the demons. Putana, Trinavarta, they were all kings. They all keep us from Vrindavan, from this bhakti. You see, but when devotion awakens and continues, see, daily sadhu sangha, regularly, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, just keep stoking the fire, man. All those kings, man, those demons that are protecting Vrindavan, from the profane, the ones who don't have ecstatic devotion. They just annihilated more and more, just have cleared the way. See, they all those represent the kings, and they burn the bhakti burns them. See, because and then so and you see how the Lord, once the devotion awakens, that it's on Krishna, it's on Krishna's pastimes, he is those pastimes, he's these qualities. Let me hear them, and then your fire of devotion awakens more and more. See, and burns more and more of these kings of the demons. They're inside you. Pretty soon we'll be working on the outside. We're already working on the demons outside. When people start coming after you, man, that's the demons coming out of them, and now you're working on them. See, like Lalita Ganga, her bhakti's strong now, so they're coming out. The demons are coming out, and she's just laughing at them, and just destroying them one by one. Boom, boom, boom. See, that's the power of bhakti.
That's true. She is just knocking them down. What with such courage, fierce strength. Like
Yeah.
she has not. She might have been a little bit like shy, fearful in the past, but boy, now she's sure, right? I feel like she can.
Yes, and empowerment. See, that's God. See,
Oh, and much.
she still has a shy part, but when God comes out, man, he just shows his authority.
It's amazing. That really is. I'm so sorry though. I have to get off the camera because I have to go give a ride to the store. I have to. That's why somebody keeps knocking on my door to like say, "Are you almost ready? Are you almost ready?" I know, and of course,
You keep
it's
putting them
every.
off.
No, it happens every time you call me or we're on the phone. Like nobody could talk to me for like days. I swear, or like
Wow.
all day or something. And then the second I'm on the phone with you or something, boom, boom, boom. The people are trying to want my attention. I'm like, this is every single time. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Every
it's
time I
pretty.
come on this live, too, it'll happen. I could be here in my
Wow,
room for hours listening to you. Nobody would knock on that door. The second I
that's
come on
pretty.
this live,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Why
it's
don't you tell,
weird.
why don't you tell them fuck off?
We'll see how that
Busy.
goes over.
I'm busy doing God's business. Do what Jesus did.
No, I do.
I'm
I
I'm
do.
after my father and mother's business, man. My
Yeah.
dear. Yeah,
I got to
that's
attack
okay.
the demon right in my very household, you know?
Yeah, you do. Right now, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no problem, Amy. You go
Thank
for
you
it. It was
so
so
much.
nice to have you on. Thank you. You got to keep coming on. Be
I
regular
will.
now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know. I'm getting over my my blockage.
Yeah.
Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for coming, Amy. Everybody, give sadhu sadhu, Amy. Yes.
Sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
There you are. You're up there, Shamnagur. You want to say anything? What? Yeah, you can say a couple words. Just a couple things. Yeah, just a word or two. 2 words. Are you happy to be here? Do you like Sadhu Sangha?
Yes, I do.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, that's
Even if
good.
I don't feel good, I come and
Yeah.
listen
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want,
regularly. Yeah.
you want to share anything? You want to
No, this
share?
is not openly. No, no,
No.
no.
Okay.
You
All right.
know,
Maybe privately we
I
can talk.
talk to Lalita. I write with Lalita, and she
Yeah.
knows. She knows
She,
about
oh,
me. She
okay.
knows.
Are you working it out? Working it out? Is it working? Anyway, it's
Right
a
now, right now it's difficult. Really. Yeah.
yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
I have
Well,
some health problems too. I have to go
oh,
to the doctor next week, and it's, yeah.
okay. All right. Well,
So
if you
what
need
can
any,
I say, Gurudev? What can
yeah.
I say?
Well, everybody struggles, in
Yeah.
this world, more or less. It's just, yeah, it's worth it though.
But
It's worth it.
I have the feeling that lately it's getting even worse. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Can't sleep. I can't sleep in the night, and it's only a few hours, and then I'm awake, and then I go online and write with people. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Well, I also can't sleep. It's just, I don't know if it's something to do. I saw this movie about people who weren't able to sleep, and it could be something they're doing in the atmosphere, and a lot
Oh,
of people,
yeah. That's possible.
yeah,
It would
because
not
they're,
surprise me. It wouldn't
yeah,
surprise me at all.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
don't make these movies for nothing. And so there was a
Mm,
movie
yeah, I'm
about this
sure. I'm
who
sure.
couldn't sleep, yeah, and they started to have a tough time, and so did you try valerian root? Did you ever try that for sleeping?
No.
Yeah, valerian root is good. You get it at a health food store, and
Oh,
or Amazon.
okay.
It's cheap. But it's
Yeah.
natural too. No, I haven't seen any side effects, and it might help you sleep. I mean, I take it myself when I
And
need
then
it.
we have extremely heat here in Germany this year.
It's hot too. Yeah,
Extremely. No rain. No rain. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
really
This is
horrible.
this is all weather weapons now. Everything
Mm,
has been weaponized. It really has.
yeah.
Um, we're in these very like the last days of this kind of the old world is changing now.
Mm,
So I'll tell you what I realized from this is, see, the demigods are in charge of the weather, and they disperse things regularly. Regular rain, regular heat, and sometimes they punish places that are like not so pious. So that kind of goes on. And it's tolerable. But
mm,
now we're at a special time. The demons have taken control through technology of
yes.
what the demigods do. So now they're forcing um, extremes. Now they're forcing extreme rains and extreme
And
heat.
extreme heat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
to give suffering to the people. That's
Yeah.
just it's it's in the plan. You could say ultimately it's in the plan. But
Mm,
it does cause suffering. People, it's
yeah.
like now energy, all this, the demons are all involved in this part of the plan of making people suffer, and there's going to be more coming. I mean, that's the Ukraine war, the energy crisis now. In Europe, your heating bills are skyrocketing, all that stuff.
Mm. And in
Of
some
course, at
parts
least
of Germany, we have big floods. In some
yeah, and
parts,
floods,
big
yeah, all
floods.
this. Yeah,
Wow.
it's all America also, places that never, and then droughts. And so this is all weaponized now. And so, but that's why we got to really spend time becoming Krishna conscious, because it's really all we really have now is this. And it's beautiful. I mean, I don't know, for what's going on here, and what I look around with people, this is such a joy. It's such a relief. I mean, and even if, and this is even more so for people that are in tough places like where you are, this can really help them. I mean, I don't see any other way out but this love of God that Lord Chaitanya has given so easily through associating in our sangha. Make everything. It's like a healing balm in the midst of, like, being in a furnace.
This is 12-step fellowship recovery speak. We talk of living in the solution. You're really given that living in the solution, not just this identifying what's going on in the world, which is one level of awakening, but it's not going
Yeah,
further.
this is complete solution. It
But
really is. It's so great. This is what Prabhupada wanted. He wanted people to overcome. That's why these books here he wrote, is to overcome the illusion by the truth. The truth in the books and just to talk about Krishna. He said, in these discussions is the highest level of Krishna consciousness. And we
Yeah.
do this because we have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya to awaken our bhakti. Otherwise, you can't artificially do this day after day and do what we do, and then you know this is uncommon, unusual.
365 days a year.
Yesterday,
For the last
Yeah, go ahead.
26 years, I calculated you've done about 28,000 videos. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot of videos.
28,000. Wow.
It must be for 26 years times 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Two videos a day.
Yeah.
On
At
investment.
least.
At least,
Yeah.
not the best mathematician, but it's about that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tommy's
So, go ahead.
distributing our books to his friends, as well as contributing, like helping out with the donations to get the books going. I send him books, and he distributes them to people, and then they pass them on to other people. So it's like a library of books that are going around the city. It's a
Oh,
nice
that's
oh,
great.
that's great. That's nice. Great job you do, Govinda. Really
Well, it's
nice.
teamwork. It's all teamwork.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yesterday I saw video of Prabhupada, dancing and singing. He was looking so happy. Boy, when I see Prabhupada, then yeah, it helps me a
Yeah.
lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see. You'll get through these things. It's just
Yeah,
testing time sometimes.
yeah, you
Yeah.
better pull me out of this, Gurudev.
Oh, okay. I'll pull you. Yeah. Well, yeah. So you let me
You
know what's
have to
going
help
on.
me. I cannot do it by myself. I can't.
Okay. Well, that's why I said I asked you privately. You got to let me know what's going on. Pretend it's like a priest in a black box. The black box, and you go and say, "Father, I've got all these things going on.
Gora Harry, I've sinned. I've sinned. Against the black box.
Yes, daughter.
I
Go
feel
out
better
and
already now.
sing some more. Sing some more, and then come back and tell me. No problem.
No, I already feel better now. After
You
listening
do?
to Amy, yeah,
Yeah, there you go. See, that's
already
fantastic.
now. I'm feeling
Yeah,
better.
you look better too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Also,
Oh,
because you shared a little bit too, even that little bit. That oh yeah, I'm having a tough time, but I don't want to talk about it. That's okay. That's sharing. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I can share everything with Lalita. You know, she's my very best friend here in the Sangha.
She's the
That's
best
just
friend
the
of
way
a
it
lot of
is.
people here.
Yeah,
It's amazing. She's all our best friends. It's amazing.
yeah. But you cannot talk to everybody about personal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, not everybody is, they just don't, not everybody has the capacity for that.
yeah, right. But Lalita, she has. I know.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she can do it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Gurudev,
Okay, all right. I
I'm
think we'll
leaving.
end. Yeah. We'll end it now. It's been good enough. Hour and a
Thank you
half.
so much. I love you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Bye
Oh,
bye,
thank you.
everybody.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Govinda. Where are you? Where are
Thank
you
you.
at, Govinda? Where are you at over
We're,
there?
we're in Coventry, a place called Bell Green, outside Coventry, part of Coventry.
Oh, okay.
It's in the
Oh,
countryside,
okay.
not countryside, to the city centre.
Countryside. Oh, yeah.
Tommy,
What are you
Tommy.
camping? Are you camping out or staying in a log cabin?
No, I'm staying at Tommy's. He's got a little sort of prefab. I think it's built in the 40s. Look, check this. You
Oh,
see
I
that?
see. Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Awesome there, Govinda. We'll see you around, huh?
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurmaj.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for coming, everybody. That's awesome.
Here's the wife
Thank you
coming.
for giving me a chance to purify myself.